everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to have you back here with me again. If you haven't subscribed yet, then do click the little subscribe button. Today's video is a get to know me video. It was a tag that I was tagged in by a lovely YouTuber called Dutch. Now, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it right, but it's either Dutch, I'm sure it's Dutch Monique, Dutch Monica, Dutch Monique, Dutch Monica, I'm going with. Now I watch her, she's over in I think the Netherlands, and she's really great, she's fab, she's got an advent calendar like me, and yeah, I've been watching her unbox up hers and kind of, she's been watching me unbox mine. So she tagged me in a get to know me video. What she probably may not be aware is that I kind of did one for myself, which was an Ask Me Anything. So I'm going to combine the two, and this is what it's going to be. So the tag that she has tagged me in, I will try and link her video in my drop down description, same with her channel, and then you can go out and check her out. I think she's amazing, and she's got a really cool accent as well, and I just, I love it. I don't know why, I really like that accent. So I'm going to go through my list because I wrote them down, because the first bit is her tag, is the questions from there, and the next bit is going to be the questions that all you wonderful subscribers commented to ask me. So this is a, yeah, get to know me, talk about me video. Right, number one, where are you from? So originally I am a Manchester girl, and I say that because half of me, the core of me is from Manchester. I spent like the first sort of 11, 12 years growing up in Manchester. Once you're a Manc, you're a Manc. It doesn't happen. It is who you are. And then we moved to Cheshire. And then I spent like half my time in Cheshire, and then I've been down in Cornwall. I'm in Newquay now, and I've been down here for about 9 years. But my heart, I'm a Mancunian, there's no two ways about it. So just with a really weakened accent, I go home and everyone's like, oh my God, you sound like a farmer. I know. And here everyone's like, oh, you're so Manc. Can't win. Can't win. But I am a Mancunian, so I'm from Manchester. It's where did I meet my hubby? This is a really horrible story, actually. I don't know if I want to tell it. Maybe I should skip some of it. I met my husband when I was 15, so that would make him, what, 19, and he didn't look twice at me, and I was in the back of a works van. I worked at a hotel, my mum worked there at the time, so I was doing like weekends, and I was in the back of in the back of the taxi with my friend, and I was literally, it's awful, I was an awful child. Let me put it out there. And I was literally like, oh my God, can you believe that man's got a girlfriend? Because we pulled up at his house to pick him and somebody else up. I suppose I could say it, I was a cow. I was awful. So obviously he got in the taxi. We worked at the same place. Never really saw him again. I think I used to see him in the restaurant, and he was proper grumpy. That's why I was like, oh my God, can you believe he's got a girlfriend? Because he was like, I mean, he's grumpy now. I just learned to live with him. But he was like proper moody. And then that was it. I never saw him properly then for years. Now, my mum and his mum worked at the same hotel. My mum was in housekeeping. She's sort of deputy head housekeeper. His mum's a chef. And they got on really well. And I obviously knew his mum. Then I was 17. So a couple of years later, he'd have been 21. I then was working at a different place for my father. And he came to work nights, and we worked together from maybe from the November to the February, and I got a receptionist job and left, and I sent him a card saying on like the week before I was leaving, I was like, I really got on with him. We were terrible. We used to work nights together. We used to have like tissue paper ball fights. I don't know how any cleaning or any work ever got done. But yeah, we had a great laugh, really liked him, right, really talked and everything. And then when I was leaving, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to miss him. So I gave him a card and a box of chocolates, basically saying, if you need somebody to have a whinge to, here's my number, because he's a moaner, as I've said. And then I didn't hear anything for a week. He wasn't speaking to his sister, who is the same age as me, Kim. And I think when they started speaking together again, Kim was like, she likes you, and he's like, no, she doesn't. And he's like, why would somebody who is leaving get you a sorry you're leaving card and leave you a number? So I think we have kind of Kim to thank for him making the first move, and my friend Carla for kind of her going, you need to text him back, come on, we're going to do it on the Sunday. Because then we went out for a date on February the 18th 2003, and we've literally, there's been 15 days in like 15 years, 15, 16, 17 years. Can't remember how long it is now. 17 years in February, so in like 17 years, it's probably 15 days we've not spent together. So we really kind of get on, but we work together and have our sister and friends to thank. How many children do I have? I have 2 children, boys. One is 10 and one is 5, and they are great most of the time. How many brothers and sisters? So I am the oldest. I have a brother who is 13 months younger than me, who's a pain in the butt. And for 1 month of the year, I am 2 years older than him, because I am the 28th of July and he is the 26th of August. So on the 29th of July, I ring him up and I go, guess what, Paul? And he's like, F off, because he knows what's coming. I'm like, I'm 2 years older than you. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, technically, in years and numbers, I am 2 years older than you. So I harassed him for a year. Brotherly love, hey? I then have a sister who is 8 years younger than me. She's like a mean little elf. Grumpy, mean little elf. Katie. And then we have Sophie. Now, Sophie is 15. She's getting on 15. If she's not 15 now, she's 15 in March. And yeah, she's just coming into her age. She's the baby of everything, bless her. So and like I say, I'm what, 35, so there's 20 years between me and her. But she's great. She's gonna come out and find herself soon, which is lovely. But there's 4 of us. What is your hobby? YouTube, clearly. YouTube is my hobby. I have no other life apart from work, children, and YouTube, and product reviews. I really love trying new things. So yeah, I think that's obvious. What do you love more, makeup or clothes? That's obvious as well. It's makeup, because I can transform myself into this amazingly beautiful person, but clothes, I'm still me, you know. I've still got that tire here and that like extra shoulder there, and this like, can't hide a double chin. You can contour it out. Makeup. Introvert or extrovert? I think it's clear to say that I'm an extrovert. I am out. The more anxiety or the more awkward a situation becomes, or the more I'm like in a situation where I'm like, oh my god, I'm worrying about it, the louder I become. And I'm pretty loud anyway, so you can hear me here, you know. If I'm at an event or I'm out and about for drinks, you hear me. I'm just loud. Yeah, loud. Past jobs. I've working catering, so I've done everything. I've waitressed, I've been on reception, I have helped out in the kitchen, you know, I've done housekeeping. The only job I didn't that wasn't catering based, because I got into hospitality and knew I wanted to stay. So I think the only job I hadn't was like, I did 3 months when I was like 17 maybe, working in a picture frame like factory. So you go to a shop, you get your pictures and your photos and your family portraits done. They come to the shop, and for 3 months I basically put people's pictures in picture frames, cleaned them down, got any dust marks off, sealed them up, packaged them, put them in frames and sent them out. So I can do all my own as and when I want to. because I know how to. But that's the only non-catering job I've done. The rest of them has been hotels, restaurants, bars. I ran a football club for a while, for nearly a year maybe. Their event side of it as well, and like match days and all the organisations, but it's always been catering based. I am a nutter, clearly, because catering is bad pay, horrid hours, and no sleep. Yeah, and your friends, I have friends who do normal jobs, and they're like 9 to 5. Oh, I've got every weekend off. Thanks. I have to book a weekend off like 6 months in advance. And it went like that for a long time. So if I had to go to a birthday party, I was booking it in January for July, and even getting to July and being like, I'm going to get to you at 9 o'clock. I've had to go into work. So yeah, but catering is me. Favourite movie? Well, that's hard. I love films. I don't watch TV at all. I have Netflix and Amazon. I don't watch TV because I'm never here. I'm always working funny shifts, so I never catch up on things. Favourite film? I've got 3 or 4. Depends what mood I'm in. I'm liking Assassin's Creed at the moment. I don't know what it is. It's an action. Well, I know what it is, but I don't know why, because it's an action film and I'm literally like, I love it. Anything with John Wayne, Dirty Dancing, Goonies. I really like The Searchers and The Cowboys from John Wayne. $1 Million Baby, I like that as well. I can't pick. I'm sorry. I can't say. Leon, I like that film. I love it. The Holiday, I like that as well. I can't pick, so I like them all. It's better saying which films I don't like than what I do. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't pick on that. Favourite show? Again, I like the Peaky Blinders. I like that a lot. I like Outlander, actually. I'm waiting for Outlander. I'm watching Vikings. I like that. Chuck. I don't know if anyone's watched that, but that's funny. Literally, I like several, and then I go back and rewatch them all, and I go back and rewatch them all. So again, I can't pick. I'm one of these people that don't make decisions. Something new. I don't know what's new. I got new nails. Well, they can't say I had to tone them down for Christmas. They're like mermaid colours. What's new? I don't know. We may have to come back to that one, because I don't know what's new. What's new where? What's new in my life? I don't know. I'll come back to that because I have no idea. Okay, so favourite video so far. I like all the collabs that I've done. I really like those because they're a bit exciting, kind of seeing what everybody's done. And there is a video from last year. I don't know what day it was, but it's my opening of Advent. So it's my Advent calendar, and I had a Revolution calendar. And anybody that's been with me from last year knows I got a lot of highlighters. I got so much highlighters that now I'm a bit like, oh, it's a highlighter. I binned half of them because and I gave them out to my sister, youngest. Yeah, because I was just like, I can't deal with all these highlighters. But there's one video that literally pushed me over the edge, that left me like twitching. And I opened it, and it was in a shape of what I thought was a lipstick topper, and it was like, it's really sparkly and lovely, and I'm like, yes! I'd spent like 4 days unboxing these highlighters and going, I can't take any more of this, can't take any more of this. I was literally turning the camera off while I was like, that's it, I'm gone, see you later, goodbye, like, comment, subscribe if you want. I was so grumpy. And I opened it, and I'm like, it's not a highlighter, yes! And I was so pleased. And then I started to read it, and it was a liquid highlighter in what looked like a lipstick topper. And I just like, game over. I think I threw it behind me, had a massive panic, and I was like, I'm going by, and turned the video off. And every time I watch it, it still makes me laugh. And somebody was commenting, I think it was Angela and Lynette, were possibly Lynn as well, we were talking about it the other week, laughing about, you know, my year of my advent of highlighters and the one that pushed me over the edge. And that was it. So if you've not seen it, it's worth a laugh. Right. What do you do for a living? Kids and pets. So these questions are now coming from subscribers who commented on my video. So what do I do for a living? I am an assistant manager of a 3-star hotel in Newquay. I am basically a jack of all trades, master of none. If it's busy on reception, I'm going to be on reception helping. If it's busy in the restaurant, I'm in the restaurant. I have been known to plate up dinners and send them out for like dinner menus, and help in the kitchen prepping up salads and kind of garnishing plates if we've been busy. And if housekeeping doesn't turn in, then guess who's upstairs doing housekeeping? And I say maintenance, but I draw the line on that. I'll bleed a radiator, I'll change a light bulb, and I'll go and help somebody with what I call is operator failure. So if you can't use your shower, I will come up and tell you how to turn the hot water on and off. If you can't use your kettle, I will come upstairs and press the button to turn your plug on so that you have got a kettle that's usable. So that's my operator failures. But yeah, I work in a hotel and I must be nuts because I love it. I think catering, you either are a crazy person and you're in it for life, or you flit in, you realise, oh my God, this is mental and it's far too hard, and you flip back out. So I am a nutter and I'm in it till the end. I can't even think, I couldn't even work in an office and do, nah, I mean, I don't know what I'd do with 9 to 5. I'd like the idea of having every evening off and having the weekends, but actually doing it, I don't know what I'd do. Kids, I have 2, and I have one crazy ass cat who is like 3.5 months old now, and she's vicious. I got like scratches everywhere. I don't know if you can see it properly. Look at that. She's just a little beggar. She scratched me here actually. I don't know if you can see that. Like down there. She's a beggar. She's cute. And she'll come for a cuddle and then she'll be like, I'm gonna bite you now, I'm gonna bite you. But yeah, her name is Samantha because my son Samuel decided to call a cat Samantha. What cosmetics brand have you always wanted to try? Now that is an easy one, and it's Jeffree Star. I love Jeffree Star. I love everything about him. The fact that he looks better as a woman with boy parts than what I do as a woman with girl parts is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. So I've heard loads of great reviews about him and his products, and that for me, that's where I want to go. I was on the lines with Morphe as well, but in my advent calendar I got Morphe palettes, so hey to me. But yeah, Jeffree Star. Would I ever do a video with friends or family? Yes, I would. I am dying to get hold of my friend. Her name is Leanne. I want to get hold and do her makeup, and yeah, we have some really good chats. A face mask, a drunk face mask with her would be so fun. I may film it when I'm back up north. Either that or she's just gonna have to move house and move next door and come all the way to Cornwall. I think that's probably the best option, but I will do a drunk face mask with it. It'd be so funny. If you had to leave home immediately, what would you take? Obviously, except friends, family, pets, etc. So say there was a fire and I had to leave home. She said, what 3 things would I take? So I'm really sentimental. So obviously all my kids and everything's safe. I take my wedding album. I would take Peter's Nana. We call Nana Choc Choc. She's been my Nana for like 17 years. She's lovely. She's a German lady. She's been in England now for about 50, since the 50s maybe she was over. And when I don't know if she knitted, I think she knitted them. She knitted like 4 mice. They are lovely. Wait there, I'm going to get them. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why I said wait there. It's not like you're going anywhere. So, Nana knitted these mice. And I'm really sentimental. My husband is as well. And this was like a wedding one with a veil and a little posy. little cardboard. I don't know what's inside it. I'm not going to peek. So I've got one. This one here has got like a little case of books, little hand warmers, little dress. Then there's this one. It's carrying like hay, little penny, a little bow at the back, a little hat. And then this one's got like a little sweeping brush and a little dust cloth. But they're priceless to me. They were not factory made. She hand knitted them. You know, when it's awful to think about, but you know, when Nana isn't here anymore, something of her is going to be here. So I'm really, really sentimental like that. So if I could, these would be one of the three things. I'd be either not replaceable. So for me, yeah. Wedding album, the mice. One more thing. So I don't know whether you're going to think this is slightly strange, but I have, do you know those Hoover bags that you kind of put the Hoover in and they suck down and keep all the air tight? I have one of those like see-through vac bags, and inside it contains 2 shirts. They are from my father. So my dad died in 2013, and he died on a visit to my house, so he was here, and I don't know, he committed suicide, and I came home and found him, and then had to go through obviously the trauma of that day. And whilst I was packing up, obviously after he died, whilst I was packing up his things, because he didn't actually live in Cornwall, he lived up in St Helens with his wife, I was going through his things and I came across the shirt he was wearing the day before he died, because it hadn't been washed, and a shirt that he'd worn while he was here. He was down here for about 5 days, and I folded them up and put them in a bag and put them on the side. No, it's not true. I didn't put them on the side. I put them in the bedroom and put them in a bottom drawer and left them for a bit. And when I could face it, or when I'm sad, then I open the bag and smell them, because they smell like my dad. So I would take them with me. I know it's probably really strange, but yeah. So if my house was on fire and I couldn't take, I had 3 things I had to get. The first one would be my wedding album. The second one would be the mice, because they're so cute. I'm not even a mouse sort of person, but the time and effort, and obviously that Nana did it. And the last thing would be the 2 shirts from my dad. Oh, right. It's a bit into it. And I think, what's the next thing? I think I've answered everything. Oh, we need to go back to something new. Something new. I suppose it's very fitting, as I've just spoken about it. So my something new for this year is that I am currently being treated for post-traumatic stress syndrome. Obviously from coming home and finding my dad here, and obviously he hung himself, decided to cut him down and all the whatnots with it. And it's going really well. It's a really daft thing to say. I was struggling a couple of weeks back, probably around the time I put weight on for the Summer World video, which is, I had just started treatment, and yeah, it was really, really bad, really bad. It was really, really hard as well. And I am still going through it. I've been to 4 or 5 now, and it's doing amazingly well. I am not getting flashbacks anymore. My anxiety's less. I can talk about more around it and about obviously him dying without being this utter basket case that wants to rock in a corner. So my something new is actually dealing with what I realised I wasn't dealing with. I've been suffering with post-traumatic stress syndrome for 6 years and didn't know it. And it baffles me the fact that I didn't know it. But the one thing in my life that is new is me again, slowly, you know, going and getting help and yeah, working my way through the homework for the post-traumatic stress and dealing with that has really helped me. So my something new is me. It is learning to be me again. And I was having a conversation with my husband and Leanne, my friend, saying, you know, I should have done this years ago. I should have, you know, I can't believe I've been suffering with flashbacks for 6 years. You know, I didn't know that flashbacks weren't normal, and of course they weren't. But then I don't think I was ready. So my something new is that it is dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder and finding me again. Well, wow. It's like 26 minutes of therapy. Oh, well, 4 minutes of it. I hope this has helped and kind of understand more about me. And any questions, that I'm an open book, you know, I ramble on far too much. I tell people far too much as it is. So if you have any questions, then don't hesitate to ask. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my giveaway. See you soon. Bye. Oh, and subscribe to Dutch Monica. Don't forget, she is amazing. Her channel's really good. It needs to grow, and she's got a fab accent because I love it. Bye.